Just messing with you. I knew I was not. I knew I. Oh, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's Sorceress Tea Time Day, where we do not talk about drama or anything. We just sit here and talk about what's been going on for the last 2 weeks. Hello. Yeah. How's it going? Much better. Much better. Everything has gone much better. The headache has finally decided to release its grip upon my little skull area. So my headache is now clear and I'm not as sensitive to the lights. I had like an awful headache. I hate it when it's like the 2-day long headaches and one of them just like hurts behind one eye. It's not fun. First and foremost, let me get some more vibey music going on. Courtesy of Game, Japsu does some really nice music. They do like lovely song remixes, and I got the Hyrule Cafe, and hopefully it'll stick to the Hyrule Cafe. Okay. Push on, and there we go. We got the cozy vibe going on. It's Wednesday. As always, we just sit here, we chill out, we just talk about what's been going on for the last 2 weeks. Although, surprisingly, Nintendo Direct happened to do their live stream today as well for their Switch 2 that's coming out. So, I'm going to rip the band-aid off, and I'm going to talk about that right away. How's my karaoke stream? It was fun! Okay, I can talk about the karaoke stream first. It was fun. I've never been someone who's been very, hang on 1 second, I got adjustments. I always feel like when I do karaoke's, it's literally just extraordinarily off-the-cuff karaoke sessions. So I don't know if people want me to start like doing on set lists, and I don't have a lot of confidence in my singing, to be fair. But I have a lot of fun doing it. Like once I shake off the shakes and everything from the first few minutes, it's like, yay, I can do this. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I played like a lot of songs that I've been like had like this attachment to. And let me be honest, when I say this, singing 2 minutes notice was an extremely cathartic sensation. There's a bug. There's actually a bug. Yeah, I could project. I am a very soft-spoken individual. So me projecting outward is a little difficult for me to do. But yeah, singing 2 minutes notice was an extremely cathartic sensation. I don't think I belted that hard or swore that much in one tune other than 2 minutes notice. It was like the best. And I sung that twice. I sung that twice and it was like, oh, that felt good. I only like glossed over the one part where it was Maman talking because I was like, my brain was just like, oh god, do I really want to sing this part? I probably should have, but it's like I glossed over that little tidbit and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna gloss over that. It felt like too much all at once and I was like, I'm gonna stop there. I was also really happy. I finally got to sing White Knight too. White Knight's always been like my favorite Honkai Star Rail themed song because White Knight had such a big secret before 2.1 came out. And the biggest secret was that song was not made for adventure. That was not made for Robin. that entire White Knight song was made for Aventurine. And Aventurine is like a character that's oddly close to my heart, as people know. Also, hello, good evening. Welcome in, make yourselves comfortable. We're here for cozy vibes today. We're just chilling. I don't know how a precious blonde-haired twink of a gambler decided to show up into my life, but yeah, as a character, he means a lot. Ain't that right? I say that to a plushie that's like on my desk. I have an Aventurine plushie on my desk, and I actually recently got a ratio one too. So no, I got both boys. I got the men's. Can't have one without the other sometimes. There you go. Just ratio, come on, sit up. There we go. They're a little oddly precarious because I have like a little stand on my desk that's a little oddly sloped. When next karaoke? When? I don't know. If I'm honest, I don't know when the next karaoke would end up being. Because if I'm going to be completely honest, the karaoke from last Saturday was a genuine Sunday morning when I was writing up my schedule. My brain was like, I want to sing. I want to sing, and I want to sing music that I like and care about. And that's how that was born. I wanted to sing for longer, but I think between the worry that I was gonna get sick or something, I had to like stop myself at a decent time so that way my throat could rest. I don't know when I'll do another one. I'm also kind of curious if people are gonna actually want me to have a viable set list, because I don't know how much more off the cuff people are gonna want. Like, I could probably do a request night as long as it's got a karaoke version attached to it. And if it's a song I can kind of recognize. I will be honest though, my music library and my music, what's the word for it? There's a word that I cannot place right now. Oh, it's, my music / media diet can be kind of limited sometimes. That's the word I'm looking for. My music and media diet can be... there's still that... Ugh. I will get that thing, I swear to God. I have a bug that's like flying around my space, and I'm seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and I can't get it right now. I don't have a bug zapper racket, unfortunately. That'd be kind of fun to have on stream for during the summer months. Just have like a little bug zapper racket, and every time I get annoyed at a bug, just like pull out the racket and just like zap. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, karaokes are usually pretty random because I don't sing them regularly. I think it's a confidence problem. I think it settles down to a small bit of self-confidence. I am normally someone who believes she is not very good at singing. I sing for fun. I don't sing as a profession. So... when I have a lot of lovely friends who can sing, it kind of makes me anxious. Sorry, I was getting a little sentimental there for a second. I think I need a drink. I just need a drink. Hang on. There's not as much water left in here as I thought there was. Oh well, I'll live. But yeah, I don't know when. Maybe it'll be soon. Maybe it won't be. It might be another month or so. Maybe I'll sing again. But I will sing again at some point. I just can't give you a date of when. Maybe one day. Yeah. It's okay. I think you could probably sing, because believe it or not, deep baritone voices are probably like still good for singing, regardless. I'm in a decent mood. I think that's all I really need to talk about for the karaoke, because oh yeah, I had a lot of fun with it too, because last minute I grabbed like a whole bunch of fun like little assets to put together. Like that big screen. That was just like a very much last minute thing that I put together, and it took me a few tries just to get it right, and I'm just like, oh, that's how you do it. It took me a little bit to get it right, but I was happy when I got it right. There was a particular downside to that, and it was the fact that I could not change anything, because there's a little secret that I don't want to tell you guys right now. But yeah, it was one of those things where I couldn't exactly change my facial expressions, because one thing would not affect the other, and I'm just like, oh, that's awkward. That would be like, one thing would be affected by the other and it would not work. I had fun putting that together though. After I got over the momentary stress, I was just like, okay, yay, that's done, and I can just finally move on. But yeah, I love singing. I do on certain days. And it just so happened that that day is the one I wanted to sing. And so that karaoke was born. I might need to start coming up with a more viable set list at some point. Unless people like the free ball. Unless people are I'm going to ignore that. Okay. Sorry, that was something on Discord, and I'm just, like, stepping aside. Anywho. But yes, I am... Wow, I lost my train of thought. Oh no. I lost my train of thought. Oh no. What was it? I was talking about karaoke, and then I got distracted by something on Discord, and then I was like, oh. But yeah. Karaoke was fun. I definitely want to try and get more confidence as a singer to be able to sing more. And I want to be able to do better set lists. Unless people like me freeballing my set lists. Because usually when I freeball my set list, it's normally so off the cuff that I will sometimes go in and out and be like, oh, I want to sing this, oh, I want to sing that, and it kind of turns into that, ooh, one more territory. And it kind of turns into that, oh, one more song territory, and then I don't get to my encore performances. And by the time the encore performances happen, my throat is already being shot, and I'm just like, oh no. I love this music. I love Game Chops' Hyrule Cafe music. It relaxes me so much. So, I guess while we are talking about things that are officially current, I want to talk about Switch 2. Because ironically, I was going to talk about the stuff that was talked about last week. Then Nintendo Direct dropped another one quite literally today, this morning. I didn't get to watch it. But I did get the highlights of what was going to be released. That gnat is going to drive me bonkers, and I swear to God, if you hear a loud smack, that is that. Thank you. But yeah, Switch 2. I have intentions of getting one because unless there's a PC version of certain games, I am more than likely going to at least have one thing available for the Switch 2. I'm not gonna worry about the I might get the new Hyrule Warriors game they have supposedly coming out with that one. Although that one might be a little while before it fully releases. Let's see. What other games do they have coming out? Oh, they have Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar coming out. I'm looking forward to that. Because I used to play Story of Seasons, well, back when it was originally dated with the Harvest Moon titles. But Grand Bazaar was just one of those that I tried to get into, but I just couldn't. And I'm kind of hopeful that Grand Bazaar is going to, this new Switch remake is going to be one that I enjoy. And if we weren't completely baited, there might be actual voice acting in it, and that actually excites me. Because we're not just getting partial voice lines. If this is like full on, you got like an entire voice cast, let's freaking go. First farm sim that would actually have like full on voice acting and not just like, unfortunately Rune Factory is good with voice lines, but those voice lines are only heard for like a brief moment. So it'd be nice to have the Story of Seasons title finally get one of those. Now, if only we get Pokemon games that have voice acting, huh? I'm still mad about Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet not having voice acting due to how cinematic some of their cutscenes could be. They could have like done so much if they had like actual voice acting attached to it. And that's just my personal opinion. But then again, I am probably... Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I had some scratchies. But yeah, I'm genuinely excited for a lot of the fun. I have like a short list of games that I'm interested in. Because I'm usually just a very, very easygoing person, so a lot of the games that were shown on the list, some of them tickle my fancy, other ones not too much. What? Hang on, I think someone had the entire listing of games. No National Dex for Sword and Shield either. Yeah, they didn't have that, did they? Let me see if I can relocate it, because someone linked it, I think, this morning. As like, this is what's more than likely going to be showing up. Oh, that is a list. I'm not going to worry about Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom for the Switch 2 editions, because we've already played those games, so I'm not going to worry about repeating those. Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition, definitely want to get that one because Mario Party Jamboree is something I want to like get a whole bunch of people together just to play Mario Party together with. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar is one of them. Some of these I've not heard of. Rune Factory I am kind of like, we'll see. Oh, the Tamagotchi life. Finally, by the way, the meme can finally be over. Tamagotchi Life has a sequel now, and it's available on the Switch. Oh my god, I swear, I remember seeing so many people. It became a meme at that point. People were like consistently wanting a Tamagotchi Life release. A new release for every Nintendo Direct. And I'm just like over here like, I guess I never got the appeal at the beginning, but the more I'm seeing is like, yeah, I can kind of see why. It's very like Animal Crossing-esque. If I wanted something out of it, I would like to see a new Animal Crossing game, but please, for the love of God, do not let it be like New Horizons. I loved New Horizons. Don't get me incorrect. I loved New Horizons for what it was. It just felt really empty. like, it just had this weird emptiness to it. Especially when you are, like, hyper aware that people are going... that people are doing all these weird trades just for villagers and everything. So it's just like, I'm uncomfortable with this. Oh my goodness. New Horizons was good for the time. I just wish there was more to it. And it didn't, like, become a too little too late situation. But that again, those are just my opinions. But I do understand where some of the YouTube opinions do come from. I do. Because some of those opinions I do have. But I am looking forward to Legends ZA. ZA is the one Legends game I am definitely looking forward to because Kalos region is my favorite region for Pokemon. And can we talk about shiny hunting during there? I want to know what the shiny hunts do. I want to see how the shiny hunting works for the Legends ZA. I'm excited for that. So when the time comes and I'm able to realize that I can record it via OBS and everything, you can bet your sweet biscuits that we're going to be playing it. We're going to be playing some Legends ZA. We'll see if I would have to see if Switch 2 is going to be workable for my capture card. That's the one concern. That's my one hyper concern, is that it's not going to be compatible with my capture card. Which, cross your fingers, we can hope. But other than that, I don't think... There is Deltarune. There is also Deltarune, which is interesting. Witchbrook, I want to try, because I think Witchbrook is that new city game where you play as a witch. That's kind of like me coded. Oh, I do need to try out, or at least play, the Somnium Files, because I know Somnium Files is something I should definitely look forward to doing. Ooh, Professor Layton. Ooh. Professor Layton might be a good one. I think though, hopefully it works. Yeah, I hope it does too. If not, I got a couple of Switch games in the back. I also have my 3DS capture board, so we are set for Nintendo games. We're completely set for Nintendo games if we need to. I have a Pokemon project in the works that I want to try and do, because that would be fun. And it would be very, very heart-wrenching as well. It would be very fun, but also very heart-wrenching at the same time. I'm not revealing that secret yet. I'm not saying it. But yeah, eventually that poll will come around and it will be a shock to everybody. The poll results for that will come along and then people will be like, oh, that's what you planned. But yeah, that's all of my Switch 2. Oh, my one hope for Tamagotchi Life is, oh yeah, some gaming titles are gonna be on the Switch 2 as well. That is true. Pokemon Coliseum. Ooh. Ooh, Coliseum, hello. Coliseum is gonna be available for that? Oh, that'd be fun. I would love to revisit Coliseum. It's like, it was such a black sheep of the series, but it was actually like really good in my perspective. Even if it was a little bit crazy in some places. I never finished it either. Oh my god, can we get like Celebi from there? Oh my god, could you imagine if we actually like get Celebi back from that and we get that for Nintendo Home again? Because I think that was one of the only places you get Celebi. Oh, no, wait, it was Jirachi. That's right, it was Jirachi, but I don't know if that's going to work the same way twice. But yeah, the one thing I have about Tamagotchi Life is that I genuinely hope that Tamagotchi Life has the same kind of create a me experience that the what was it called? The Me Ventures or something? I forgot what the title was called. It was, but the customization options in that was actually like really, really good. Let me pull that up. Is that Me Ventures? Hang on. No. What was it called? Metopia? Is that what it was? Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the one. I had to find the cover art for it. Yeah, that's it. Metopia. That's absolutely correct. That's the one I was talking about. I want them to have... Am I on Twitch too? No. No, I am not. Sorry, just adjusting my blanket. Used to be, but I don't anymore, and I need to take that. I think I still need to take that link out. I procrastinate and I forget to remove things. But no, I moved away from the purple site a while back. Oh. But yes, okay. Sorry. Lost track of my train of thought. I want Tamagotchi Life to have the same kind of Metopia customization because I have seen Miis that were extremely well put together. And I might want to do, as a joking adventure, maybe we could do like a Honkai Star Rail Metopia adventure. That would be kind of fun, actually. I should probably look into that if I can still get a hold of that. That'd be kind of like a fun little joke game. And that, oh my gosh, I am turning into Avarice. Only I'm not addicted, but not the amount of times I feel like, oh my god, I'm slowly turning into Avarice. Just with not Baldur's Gate, but it's Honkai Star Rail instead. That's so funny. That is actually kind of funny to me. Sorry, I had like a little itch in my ear. I'm just trying to... Yeah. There we go. But yeah. I'm becoming very aware. I'm slowly turning into my friend Avarice. Only my obsession's not Baldur's Gate 3. It's officially Honkai Star Rail because next week is going to be the 3.2 release. So we're going to be sat for that. I'm gonna have to make sure I have my tissues at the ready because we are going to be sat for that. Did I say I was stingy? Did I say Pokemon was stingy? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. That's all I really have to say about Switch 2. See, Switch 2 news is technically already done with. I kind of like gave the confirmation that I'm interested and I want to see it through. And I want to give it the try that it hopefully deserves because I am a Nintendo fan and I enjoy those games. I enjoy the games a lot and I want to, like I said, I want to give it the attempt that it at least deserves. Sort of how, like, I gave Scarlet and Violet the biggest opportunity. Anyway. But yeah. What's my brain doing? I lose track of my... What is wrong with me today? I'm losing track of my thoughts. Help. Help, what was I talking about? Ah! I literally lost track of my thought process. That's not good. I lost track of it. I genuinely lost track of my process. Wow, that's like a biggest squirrel brain moment. Give me a minute. Give me just a second. Goodness me. Yippee Tree always joins me for tea. In this case, it's hot chocolate, but yeah, Yippee Tree always kind of vibes out with us. My lovely little meme that I drew as a joke, and now he is kind of like turned into a comfort character, and he's just here. He's just now here. I wish I remember what I was focusing on, but I can't remember. I don't remember what I was fully talking about. This is where he lives now. He lives here and he stares into the nihility. He stares into your souls. You guys can never leave. You guys can never leave. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about 3.2 for Honkai Star Rail. Next week is definitely going to be... I'm going to talk about schedules, I guess, for like a moment. Next week is definitely... We are going to be sat for 3.2 because I want to try and dig into that day one as possible. And I've also made a mental note that if someone says... Oh yeah, you can finish this in like 6 hours. I might need to tack on an extra 2. I need to probably like tack on an extra 2 to 4 for streamer tax. So I'm probably going to be doing like a lot of streaming of Honkai Star Rail next week. And once we finish up the storyline, we will move on and we'll do the Casterus pulls because I know I'm excited for the Casterus pulls. And then for Honkai Star Rail news, there probably won't be too much. Hang on. What was being... Oh. That was just my... I guess that was food delivery app being like, oh yeah, you can purchase this now. It's like, oh, I didn't need that, but thank you. But yeah, Honkai Star Rail might be a little quiet throughout the rest of the month until the next month. I was absolutely burnt myself out on Monster Hunter. I have heard so many people talk about Monster Hunter, but it's just not my vibe of a game. I tried, but I just couldn't get into the vibe of it. But I've literally watched so many people just have so much fun with it, and I'm like over here, it's like, yeah, good for you. It's not my vibe, but I'm glad they're having fun. It's just a bizarre situation where that particular game is just not my vibe. It's good and all, don't get me wrong. I'm very certain it's good, but I think it's because I'm not... My processes for games is just kind of like one of those. I see. If I ever get into it, I can give it a few tries, but I'm never sure. Empty. I'm really excited for next month as well, because next month is going to be the ratio and Anaxa polls for Honkai Star Rail as well. So that'll be a fun night. I plan on getting like a bottle of soju for that, so we can kind of like drink and chill. But that's all the Honkai Star Rail stuff I can really talk about, because everything else is just kind of like, well, we play it by ear around here. Oh, I am going to say this because I'm going to reiterate it the week after next. The week after next, which is the usual time for the bi-weekly Zatsudan stream, which is this one, which is Sorceress Tea Time. What is going to happen is that's going to be the one before I am gone for a weekend. I'm going to be gone for one weekend. I'm not going to be gone for a week, just the weekend. So there's not going to be a Saturday stream during that time. So that's going to be during like the Easter holiday. So you guys, and I'm probably going to reiterate this on that Wednesday, please don't cause murder. I beg of you, don't do murder in Minecraft. I don't need to come to I don't need to come into a space where I have to clean up after you guys. And I don't want to be held accountable for the moida. I'm kidding. I trust you. I trust you guys will do just fine. But yeah, that is the plan for the week after next. That's why I'm so excited to do the Honkai Star Rail week next week, is so we can get that kind of like rallied and done before I skedaddle for the weekend. Anyway, speaking of schedules, I am very much looking forward to Saturday. If you noticed on the waiting room list, I finally got an opportunity to hang out with Bubba, who frequents the streams, and he is a piece of toast, but he's also he's very much like a DM. And when I proposed this, I think it was during the first or second tea time, where I proposed an idea about turning Hoyoverse characters into D&D character sheets. And the fact that he was just like all on board with it, I was just like, oh my god, this one came to be such a better idea than the tier list plan I had. Sitting back and like doing Hoyoverse characters as like D&D related characters will be so much fun. So I am probably going to talk about this on Saturday as well, but I can also talk about it here. We have a few general guidelines of what we want to do. We are not restrictive to Honkai Star Rail. I proposed that we would do Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail characters, because those two are the only games I have like the more amount of knowledge on versus HI3, Wuwa, or Zenless Zone Zero. So sorry if that will disappoint anybody, but that's kind of like, I only mentally know Genshin and Honkai Star Rail a little bit more. I know those games a bit more like the back of my hand. Oh, and this Friday as well, for those who aren't aware, I do hang out with Avarice and Yumiko for Baldur's Gate 3. And unfortunately, we are not playing this weekend, so Friday's a free day. That's fair though. Yeah, it is. Because when I gave him the small list of who I wanted to do as a running thought in the back of my head, he was like, "Oh, you want to do Genshin characters too?" It's like, yeah. I wanted to include them because I felt like it was the right thing to do. Because I believe it or not, the reason why I brought in my list is because I wanted to make it very clear that Navia and Kaveh were on that mental list of mine. You want to know the ironic part about Kaveh and the reason why I oddly like Kaveh as a character? I only met him during the small bit at the end of Sumeru when he was first introduced. I didn't get him as a character. I didn't even get to pull him. I didn't even pull him. But it's just like, oh my god, he's so precious. Also, he's a bit of a mood. He's a bit of like that. You're kind of aware that he is very much a perfectionist, and it's just like I vibe with the stress. I understand your stress, buddy. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to D&D character sheet day. We're kind of like, I think Bubba and I are technically running it as a bit of a test stream. Excuse me. Bubba and I are kind of running it as a bit of a test stream. And if there's like a lot of keen interest for it, we will do another one when we can meet back up again. Because I want to kind of like make it like a mini series to kind of split the game stuff up a bit more. I've been trying to like look for stuff to kind of like split game times up. As much as I love being your like silly little sorceress who enjoys playing video games, I do have some types of time where it's just like, I don't want to really settle down and play a game. I want to just kind of like vibe out. Which is what we're going to be, which is why on Monday I'm gonna have like such an oddball stream. I'm gonna have such an oddball stream on Monday that I don't think anyone's gonna see it coming at all. It's just gonna be like a very interesting, it's gonna be an interesting stream, and I think with my small break coming up, I don't want to start anything too story intensive until I'm back and I'm comfortable again. All right, my blanket keeps falling off. It's not even that cold, it's just comfy. It's not even cold, it's just a cozy blanket. I have going back to the Kave talk for just a second. I actually, in my very much headache-induced, it wasn't even a delirium, it was just like, I need comfort and I need it now. I ordered a blanket, a little fleece blanket that had a chibi Kave on it. And it was really cute. It was just this little chibi Kave, and he was sitting by a little lantern with a little green background. I should have gotten them with this like character art, but the chibi one was just calling. I ordered that, and I was just like, okay, I had my fun. It's gonna be so. It's like I don't need more fleece blankets, but I can't help myself. These are those really soft fleece blankets too, so they're really comfy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Zoned out there for a second. But yeah. Also, if you're wondering why the stream is for Saturday is like an extra hour, I wanted to make sure that Bubba got like an extra hour before he joined me, because I think that was more appropriate, because he's got like a little bit of a different time zone than I do, and I figured it's more polite that I let him try and like at least be awake. I want the piece of toast to be somewhat awake. Hang on. Hang on one moment. I'll get to that later. Oh, yeah. Talking about going back to the Saturday stream, I think I said this, but I don't know if I did, but I'm gonna bear repeating on this. We're choosing 5 characters as a total, just to do like some test runs and see how that works out for everybody. Because, like I said, I want that particular stream to be a bit of a regular thing whenever Bubba is available and we can do it some more. Because, let's be honest, there's like rosters upon rosters of characters to kind of fiddle through, and if we're going across 2 different game areas, we want to make sure that we get as many as we feel like as possible. And I'm excited to do that because I don't know why, it's just like one of those little stream ideas that I had, and I'm glad it's coming to fruition. And I'm glad I'm not doing it by myself and I have somebody to help me. Because as much as I like creating character sheets, I do have a bit of there is this one big factor. I am technically a Dungeons and Dragons newbie. I literally just started playing a semi-serious campaign, and it's just like, oh yeah, I would still have like a lot of questions, and a lot of what I want to I don't want to disclose anything because I don't want to spoil like my mental process for a few of these characters. I don't want to spoil some of the mental process, Because there's some things I want to run by Bubba, and I'm really excited to do it. Thank it. Stay. I really do need to get a new chair at some point. My entire chair is just like pockmarked by my cat. I need to get like a whole entire new chair that's a little bit more comfortable for sitting in for longer periods of time. Oh, I guess I can talk about some other stuff while I'm just kind of chilling. I've been doing, so I remember bringing up last week, there was a Curse of Strahd game that I mentioned. I was like, oh no, do I have to go purchase this membership for? No, I did not have to. It turns out that I was able to go back and watch some stuff. I went with an office type chair instead of a typical game chair. I know, I need to do the opposite. I need to revert into an office chair from a gaming chair, but I haven't. There's just so many, and I like need to figure out what one to do. There's just so many options, and right now everything is like really, really expensive. But yeah, I need to go into office chair mode at some point. Something that's like a little bit more comfortable and will keep me like a little bit more upright. I hear good things about Herman Miller, but it's so expensive. Yes, Herman Miller was the brand I was looking at to get. I was looking at Herman Miller to get, and I'm just like, oh boy. Yeah. I tried putting one on my throne so that way people were interested, they can contribute a little bit. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, the throne would not let me put it on there, and I was very disappointed. I was just like, oh, sadness. Maybe it was just because there was just so many different things attached to it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I think if there's... Oh, wait. I can't do that next week. I can do that the week after. Or to choose, I guess, some more. I see. I see. Yeah. I'm like scratching at the back of my head a lot. I don't know what's going on. I think there's just some dryness. Blah. Okay. But yeah, I'm genuinely probably looking forward to eventually changing out this chair. Changing out this chair. I want this blanket to adjust itself. There we go. That's better. Because the blanket was getting like a curl on the lumbar pillow. And I'm running around with cords and I just... Oh, I had so much cable organization and then I lost it and it makes me depressed. I had so much cable organization and then I just like lost it. I think that's because I watched like a lot of Sea Dog's room stuff where he was talking about it was cable management or cable organization. I had so much of that for the back of my desk, and now that I haven't like properly maintained it, I'm like losing track of what I'm doing. All my good cable management suddenly just came crumbling down when I had to like readjust like a lot of my stuff. I've been trying to do better with it, but unfortunately things are not what they want to be. And I don't know if it's the desk's fault or my fault. Na-na-na. Let's see. Oh, there's a fun stream idea that I had. But this one... Okay, to be fair, this is going to be in the far, far, far-flung future. I don't know if I'll be able to ever do it, but it might be a possibility if I get some decent mods on deck. Maybe, I might open up to do viewer poll streams for Honkai Star Rail or something. But that might not be for like a little while. And it might be really, really late to do so, but it would be a fun idea, but I would have to make sure I have like a mod that I can trust and understand like how certain rules work with that. Because that would be interesting to do, is just like let my viewers have like a little bit of happiness, a little bit of that streamer luck, you know? A little bit of that streamer luck that everyone thinks I have. Oh god. I'm still mad at those Agliopulse. I'm still mad at those Agliopulse. I'm still mad at the Agliopulse. I'm still salty. I still have so much salt for that. But yeah, viewer polls would be kind of like a fun idea. Just for like a little bit of a fun night. It might be more of like a one-off. Unless it gets like really, really popular. Unless it gets really, really popular. But yeah, viewer polls would be like, I would have to like very much hard cap it and then have a mod that I can trust. Make sure everything runs right. Because right now, I have lovely mods when they are here, but unfortunately, they cannot be here all the time. So eventually, I will find a mod that I can have help manage the stream area a bit more. Even though, technically speaking, at this moment in time, I don't really need it. You guys have been awesome. You guys have technically been just fine. I haven't run into too many issues. So that, you guys have so far been like really, really good. So far. I haven't seen you guys commit crimes yet, so. Ooh, that would be a fun one too. Do you guys know about a game called Night in the Woods? This was a game that released a while back. And I'm kind of interested in playing that at some point. Because generally more well-behaved on YouTube than compared to Twitch. Possibly. Like I said, I haven't seen it go crazy yet, but we will see when days like that come. But yeah, Night in the Woods is a game I want to try and play because Night in the Woods, believe it or not, was an extremely big comfort game. I didn't play it myself, but I would always watch someone else play it. And I remember whenever I'd have like a really, really bad time, I turned on Night in the Woods. I would turn on someone's gameplay of Night in the Woods and I would just like kick back and I would just listen to it and just vibe out. Because it was just like a weirdly comforting game. All things considered. I'm like itchy everywhere. I want to add that to my list of games to play at some point. I also want to I did this earlier, like much earlier in my stream time when I think I got my model. When I got my nice big model. Turn this real quick. There we go. I played it. Ow, I bit my tongue. I am like biting and like I'm like biting and doing like a lot of weird stuff right now. But I played this game earlier on in my early start of my new self. And I haven't touched it in a while, but I've been reading up that they've been doing like a lot of updates. The Echoes of the Plum Grove is one of those games I've been kind of like, I want to try and like tap back into. Because now that they are doing more, they're adding more updates. Because I literally just went through their March one. Added thunderstorms, or ooh. Free tapper. yeah, I really want to like go back to Plum Grove at some point, because Echoes of the Plum Grove is just like it's a silly little farm sim, but it's like got so many dark undertones to it because of the way it's like set in time. I want to go back and do that because I think revisiting that is going to be fun. And there is a comment saying that you don't know a farm sim game until you've settled down and played 100 hours into that world. And that's what I need to do at some point, is sit down and just actually do that. There's like a lot of games I need to revisit because I haven't touched them since I got into like Phoenix Wright and stuff. So all of my other games have been taking such a back seat. All of my other games have taken such a back seat lately, and I really would like to go back to them. Oh! I got something to tell you. Okay. I realized I had another story I wanted to tell because I realized this last week. So, for those that don't know, I played Tavern Talk, and we ended... When did we end Tavern Talk? One sec. When did we end Tavern Talk? One second. Let me pull up my... Can I pull up my old stream stuff real quick? We ended Tavern Talk, I think, around... Where did we end Tavern Talk? Here we go. How long back did we do Tavern Talk? Hang on, I'm trying to find my backlog real quick. Because I know we did Tavern Talk, like it was... Oh yeah! That was 5 months ago. So, 5 months ago, this was like right before I played Honkai Petaconi and I started to get really absorbed into Honkai Star Rail. I played 5 months ago, I played Tavern Talk, and they had a makeshift campaign for the little familiar dragon creature. His name was Ondu. And just recently, Ondu has been confirmed to a shipping date. And I was like, oh god, did it like ship and I may have like put the wrong address in, but no, it just took that long for it to, you know, be fully released. And I'm just like, oh, I just forgot when the release date was. I just genuinely forgot when the release date was. And now I'm gonna have Ondu vibing in the background of my desk with all my other plushies. I am such a weird plushie collector. I don't know, is that still available? So, you want to know how big of a plushie collector I can be? I just like, I used to like get these plushies straight from conventions and stuff like that. But I remember distinctly that I thought to myself, okay, I don't need these anymore. I don't have that many. My plushies have been significantly reduced. But plushies. My plushie collection has been significantly reduced. I can't tell you like how many I've gotten. I think my entire... Oh god, my entire throne got like thrown around. Venturing things, here we go. Anyway, but yeah, there were some plushies I had on my throne that I was like really excited to get, but unfortunately they are currently unavailable, and it makes me a little sad. Plushies are nice though, they are. There was like a little Aventurine plushie that I wanted, but I got some chibi ones instead, and it's like, okay, my life is complete now. I still want the Aventurine Nendo. The Aventurine Nendoroid is oddly one thing I want, even though I'm fully aware he would just like remain in the box. But who's gonna need an Android when I can 3D print an Aventurine figurine for myself, I guess. That's like the one thing that's stopping me from like digging into my wallet. Is I can 3D print Aventurine on my own. Because I'm working towards doing better with my resin 3D printer. Which I'm excited to one day do hand cams because I think because I finally found my secret sauce. Hi Backslash, how are you? Welcome in. Oh goodness me. But yeah. There's a particular person I like their STL models from. And now that I know how to run my resin 3D printer properly, I can literally go in and get as many as I want, but I'm still working with my, I have a Dr. Ratio one that's like essentially fully printed minus his base. So, 1 second. Get close to me, I swear to you little bug. Okay. I swear, it's going to get close to me, and it's going to meet an untimely demise. No bugs in this sorceress chamber, I swear. But yeah, since I learned how to do the resin 3D printing, and I figured, oh my god, I can expand these sizes, I am very, very happy. Because now I can essentially have things that are the size of convention figurines, if not like a little bit bigger. And by a little bigger, I mean a lot bigger. What are you printing out for your 3D printer? Currently, I have a Dr. Ratio off my resin 3D printer that's mostly done with the exception of his base. So, and I need to do like a lot of post-production work to get it like nice and finished because he's like my test subject of making sure just to, you know, kind of work on my patience for everything. And then eventually I'll start like getting some more because because once I finish that and I gained my patience, I will work towards starting to set up ideas for hand cam streams where we just sit and paint. Because I think that would be a very fun. Those have been on my mind for a while. Is to do like little hand cams where we just sit down, we paint these figures, and you get to see the sorceress hands do their thing. The little sorceress hands do their thing. I would need to like maneuver my setup a little bit to do that, but yeah. Yeah, the resin 3D printer was actually a very, very big learning curve. It's a curve or curb, either way. The resin 3D one was essentially a bit of a rough curve because resin ones you can't just pull out of a box and use. There are some steps required to understand what you're doing with it. Me being me and me being very silly, tried to do the I can do this out of the box and I don't have to worry about it. All the manufacturer instructions are just fine. It'll work. Little did I know that, yeah, I talked about this at large. There's a thing called exposure time where the amount of time for the resin to be zapped and cured in the container was significantly, like, almost over half, which means I was essentially overexposing the prints, which was not a good thing. I was overexposing them, and it's so slots and pegs would not fit together. Slots and pegs would not fit, and then I'm like, what is going wrong? And I'm so confused. But yeah, you need to like do exposure tests to, like, you know, find your settings and So unfortunately, sometimes there's only like a certain amount of help that you can find, depending on the machine brand and everything. But yeah. Excuse me. But once you get it down, you're kind of like fully, I think then you're ready. But yeah, definitely if you ever tap into resin 3D printing, I will forever say this. Make sure you guys do your research. I did. I just had like a partial sum of understanding. I didn't have like a full-blown understanding until like relatively recently. And by relatively recently, I think I mean like a couple weeks ago. I had the realization that I had been completely overexposing, so now I had to figure out, okay, now I need to fix this and figure this out. Oh, the trial and errors of life, I guess. Also, I am looking to eventually, I'm not sure when, I'm not sure how long it'll be, but I am very slowly looking towards changing this room. Because as much as I love this like little space, it's really comfy, really cozy, it's not me. This isn't my usual sorceress chamber. This is not my library, this is not my tower. Yes, I live the normal sorceress life. I live in a tower. But this is not the kind of magical library. This is essentially like a closet. I want to eventually start looking into finding somebody to help me re-renovate this place and make it a little bit more, you know, me. Which will hopefully one day happen. I just don't know when yet. I don't know when, but we will eventually see that. Sorry, this is kind of like... I'm like a little zony today, I think. Sorry. I got a little zoned. I genuinely zoned out for a second. I was like, I genuinely spaced out. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to hand cams. There's like a couple of things I want to set up properly. Because when I do hand cams, you guys unfortunately won't be seeing this version of me. I'm gonna have to get like a slightly different version to work with for hand cam streams. But you'll at least get to see my little hands. I'll probably have to get them like painted or something. Get them properly taken care of. And then we'll do some painting on figures when I get... Because I'm not going to go through the whole entire process necessarily for resin 3D prints. I'm going to wait until I get everything processed and primed, and then I will come over and bother people with my silliness of painting. And I am planning on hand painting. There will be no spray. There will be no spray at all. It'll just be... It'll all be hand painted, because I find hand painting surprisingly a bit more relaxing. I tend to enjoy that a bit more. It's a heck of a lot more relaxing. There's something like really meditative about just like having it in hand. I'm looking forward to it. Because I want to at least maintain a few goals that I had in mind. One of them, unfortunately, will probably not get done for a while. And that will, unfortunately, be, like, a game like Elden Ring. As much as I wanted to try Elden Ring, I have a feeling. I would have to, like, hang out with, like, Avis Mama, or I would have to hang out with Yume, or even Yui, who... But time zones would need to, like... Time zones are a problem for for Avis Mama and Yui. But I would like to hang out with them at least once. At some point. Avis Mama has been always my favorite Mama too. My first and technically only Mama. I would like to at least hang out with her, that's not like... just a casual, like, hangout. We were gonna do like Mario Party Jamboree, and then I realized my time ran out on my Switch, so by the time that was the thing, I was like, oh no. Also, I do need to find at some point, I am hopeful to eventually find a proper mascot to hang out here. Guys, don't get me wrong. I love Yippee Tureen. I love the fact that he's here and that the fact that he became essentially just like this little meme of a character. Even if he just like stares off into the nihility in front of everybody and he's just like there. I want to get like a proper mascot at some point. He'll still be here for like memes and stuff like that, but I think he'll be when I get the actual proper mascot around here, he'll be kinda, he'll be less upfront. Even though Aventurine is my favorite character and I love Rini to pieces. Ain't that right, Rini? Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm curious. Did Poyo ever say when the when that orchestra was supposed to play? Or are they playing that on the anniversary date? Hang on, I gotta check something. Are they gonna do like I think they're supposed to do like a new concert because they released the artwork for the people the characters that were involved in it this time around for their promotion. Did they ever bring up who that would be? When that would be, hang on. I am kind of curious now. Honkai Star Rail. Here we go, orchestra concert. Star Rail Live 2024 was 10 months ago, so we probably got like 10 months until the... Hang on. I'm trying to see if they have that available yet. No, but it is coming. Oh my god. Star Rail Concert 2025 is gonna be coming. Oh my gosh, the promo art looks so good. I'm so happy that Casterus and Ratio got to be part of the artwork this time around. It's so cute. I'm in love with it. And I really want to I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the concert because I do want to fully watch it because I think it would be really good. I'm sorry if I bounce around between topics. It's just how my brain space works. So if I do end up talking like really, really fast, it's just kind of like a habit of mine. I kind of like bounce between like a whole bunch of topics. So I will apologize if I end up talking too fast or if it feels like random nonsense. I don't mean for it to be random nonsense, it's just kind of like how I am. I'm very much an avid Honkai Star Rail player and I enjoy it to death. So I get like really, really excited whenever I see some new stuff. Part of me is like a little worried that I'm gonna be gone for a weekend. I'm so mentally used to streaming during the weekends that I feel like the moment I don't, it's gonna be like, what am I supposed to do on a Saturday? I will be looking at myself and I'll be like, what the heck do I do on a Saturday? Even though I'm gonna be gone for like a little bit of time. I'm not gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone for one weekend, but if it's like anything of the Christmas week that I took off because I just wanted to, you know, have everyone enjoy Christmas and everything, it's going to be a struggle, but I think I do need to go out and touch grass. Not that I haven't been, it's just the fact that I've always been like the one who's like a little too busy to properly be outside. I'm such a gamer person that's like, I do go outside and I only like spend like the most minimal amount of time outdoors. And I need to start like learning how to get myself back to enjoying the outside a bit more. I genuinely, I say this with my whole entire body. I kind of became a bit reclusive. Unless I need to go outside, I tend to stay indoors like a little bit of a hermit. Because outside's scary, inside is cozy. But yeah, I'm gonna do better about going outside a bit more often during the nice days. It's just that usually during the winter months, I can't go outdoors anywhere. I can't go outside anywhere during the winter months because it's cold. It's cold, it's evil. But yeah. I'm kind of excited for the weekend. That weekend I'm gonna be gone, but I'm also like really, really nervous because it's like I don't know what's I'm nervous and excited, but mostly because the only reason I'm nervous is because, oh no, this is like my first like actual break and I'm like back here being all, but I want to stream, I want to do all this fun stuff with everybody, but then it's like, I can't because I gotta do obligation stuff. I need to go out, I need to have like a semi-proper vacation. I need to go out and have like a little bit of a semi-proper vacation and go out and enjoy myself, I think. Just a little bit of an enjoyment. Do I have anything else I really need to talk about? I don't know. I kind of talked about all I really wanted to talk about. Let's see. As I said, I was like really excited for the Honkai Star Rail concert. I want to see what the animation crew will put together for that. Because that was, believe it or not, okay, fun story time for a second while I look some stuff up. It was actually the animation to the 2024 live concert that I fully got myself invested into Honkai Star Rail again, besides just having Aventurine being part of it. The moment I saw that animation and everything, I was just like, oh my god, this animation stuff is so cool! I was very, very enthused and very excited. And I loved how I'm still waiting for a Hoyoverse anime. Just, they have a crew all set for it. I'm just like literally back here being like, give me access to this. I would like to watch this. I want to watch this game. I want to watch this anime, Hoyoverse. Tell me which streaming platform it's going to be on, Hoyoverse. I will sit and watch it. Heck, I will do watch-alongs. I will give you guys watch-alongs for it. Within reason, of course. I still need to do the Wicked watch-along too. So I might get a copy of that from like Prime Video or something like that. Get like a copy of that, and then we can sit down, we can have like a little Wicked watch along. I would have to do that on a weekend though. I would definitely have to do that on a weekend. I would definitely have to do that on a weekend just to like relax. Mostly because Jonathan Bailey is also in it, and I really want to see him dance and sing. Because Jonathan Bailey voice acts as Graha Tia, and he makes me smile. Graha is my favorite character in Final Fantasy XIV, and I will hear no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I will hear no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's see, do I really need to talk about now? No. Like I said, I really want to get watch-alongs going around at some point in the future. I really want to get watch-alongs going. There's a lot of fun content stuff I want to do. I still want to do a just chatting stream where we are all sitting around and we're having like a nice little talk about what we want to do for Halloween. I know for Halloween I want to at least get Poppy Playtime and Little Nightmares 2 under my belt, because Poppy Playtime, when I first was ready for it, I never did it around Halloween because I was absorbed into Penacony and everything. I still have this under my belt. I still want to do the first. I don't know if it's going to be feasible now, but my original plan for Poppy Playtime was to play the first 3 chapters as like an endurance stream. I don't know if I can do that with all the 4 of the chapters now, because I think with each iteration the chapters keep getting longer and longer and longer. So I would have to maybe do chapters 1 and 2 on their own, and then do 3 and 4 as an endurance stream, because I think 3 and 4 are probably going to take approximately 4 to 6 hours each. That's approximate. I don't know. I won't know without like fully looking at it. But yeah, those are some of my personal plans for Halloween. I want to have like a nice like little sit down at some point where we just sit down and discuss like some Halloween themed games, because I full admit I missed out doing Halloween last year. Besides with like a little bit of like Lethal Company here and there, I fully missed out on Halloween. So I want to kind of like make that up to everybody. I want to make up Halloween to everyone and hope it becomes a good one. I genuinely want that to happen. I want to make up Halloween. I just want to have everyone enjoy it. And I'll bring like the cute little Halloween cozy blankets and stuff like that, and we can have some Halloween games. As much as I want to do House in or Fata Morgana, that game is way too long, and unfortunately I've already heard someone play it. I could go back and play another round of Lethal Company, but I might need to get some friends for some spooky night collaborations. Some spooky night collaborations could be a nice idea. We do some Lethal Company. Maybe I'll grab Bubba. Maybe I'll grab Bubba and be like, yo, do you want to do Lethal Company modded? And then we can literally just like go collect cat cakes and you can prevent me from selling them. That would be fun. I just like go over and I grab him and just be like, yo, Lethal Company? I don't know yet. I haven't decided. The solo Lethal Company is fun, But unfortunately, I think I get when I go in there by myself and all I have is you guys, I still remember the time I kicked my desk so hard because I got jump scared. Dang thing. Come back. Bug. Bug. It's there. It's hanging around. But yeah, I want to do like a lot of fun like little games. I have Shashingo on my list of games to play too. Still mad that Touchstar does not have like an actual release date yet. That makes me agitated. There's like a lot of fun games that I'm excited to play, but none of them have like full release dates yet. There's like T-Witch, there's the Willamette of Antiques and Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities, also created by the devs who gave, I believe these ones gave, I believe 2.5 Studios are the same ones who did Day with Death. So I am excited to eventually get my hands on that. They have like a lot of fun, like little dating sim games. And I'm excited to play some of them. I cannot play Divine Speaker on here because that one is naughty. That one is very spicy. That one is a very spicy game. Yeah, unfortunately that one's a little too spicy for YouTube, and I would get in so much trouble. I'm wondering what ever happened to the... what was it? I remember there was a game that everyone was excited, that everyone was playing, but unfortunately it got bonked on YouTube due to various reasons. It was like a bunny cafe or bunny bar or something. I don't know how anyone else to say that. But yeah, those are kind of like my ideas so far. I don't have I want to get like more involved with more story stuff as I go on. I want to like have a little bit more story related things to go on, and I also want to... I just want to do like a whole bunch of fun streams. But yeah. Definitely looking forward to Saturday. Saturday is like my big stream I'm looking forward to the most because I look forward to my streams all the time, but Saturday is definitely the one I'm looking forward to most because I've been chomping at the bit with excitement, feeling like I cannot wait to put these character sheets together. And again, if it gets well received, we'll when Bubba and I find time together, we'll do some more. I know this will be like I'm thinking, give me a second. I know this one might be a tad bit of an early wrap-up, but I think this would be probably a good time to kind of end because I'm out of topics. I'm out of topics and I'm a little tired. So yeah, I am looking forward to Saturday, and I'm hopeful to see everybody there. All right, I'm going to find who can I nudge you guys to. Yeah, let me see if I can grasp onto this particular Greek god. Let's see if I can grab hold of him before he decides to fully wrap up his stream. Hang on, let's see if I can redirect you guys to... Oh good, he is still streaming. Okay, so I am going to send you guys over to Pallas Athena of Mythos. Give that god a lot of love. And I will catch you guys on Saturday when me and Bubba do our D&D character sheets. All right? Have a good rest of your night. I'll catch you all later. Okay? Bye-bye. 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 Have a good rest of your night. Do hashtag familiar summon if you want to show Athena the support. I'm pretty sure he'd appreciate it. All right. I'm out. Have a good night. Bye. Yippee! Bye.